The Wise Stranger. In the heart of the African village of Amasiri, a small scantily populated village bordering Umuchukwu eastward, a bustling market square came alive every week with vibrant colors, cheerful banter, and the enticing aroma of roasted maize and spicy soups. The villagers were known for their warmth and hospitality, but they also took immense pride in their fountain of knowledge, a tradition where the wisest man or woman of the village would sit under the sacred Iroko tree and answer questions from the community. For years, the revered title of the Fountain of Knowledge had been held by Ikamfuna, an elderly man whose sharp wit and deep wisdom earned him respect far and wide. Farmers consulted him for the best planting seasons, traders sought his counsel on deals, and even children asked him to solve riddles. But Ikamfuna had a flaw. Over time, his wisdom turned into pride, and he began to believe there was no question he couldn't answer. One market day, a stranger arrived in the village. He was tall and lean, with piercing eyes that seemed to see into a person's soul. His name was Ezeanya, and he carried nothing but a small leather bag and a walking stick. Ezeanya's presence sparked curiosity, for he was quiet and observant, watching the villagers with an enigmatic smile. When he heard of Ikamfuna and the Fountain of Knowledge, he decided to visit the sacred Iroko tree. Ikamfuna, surrounded by an eager crowd, was expounding on the secrets of the seasons when Ezeanya approached. "Greetings, wise one," Ezeanya said, bowing slightly. "And greetings to you, traveler," Ikamfuna replied, a hint of pride in his voice. "Do you seek answers?" Ezeanya nodded. "Indeed, but not just answers. I seek a challenge." The crowd gasped. No one had ever dared challenge Ikamfuna's wisdom. Ezeanya sat before Ikamfuna and began, "Wise one, if you can answer my 3 questions, I will bow to your superior knowledge. But if you cannot, you must admit that even the wisest cannot know everything." Ikamfuna smirked. "Very well then, ask your questions." Ezeanya's first question was simple yet thought-provoking. "What is the one thing that grows stronger the more you share it?" Ikamfuna answered confidently, "Knowledge. The more you share it, the more it grows." The crowd murmured in approval. The second question was more abstract. "What can you hold in your left hand but never in your right?" Ikamfuna thought for a moment and replied, "Your right hand." The crowd burst into applause. Then came the third and final question. Ezeanya's eyes twinkled as he asked, "What is the one thing that everyone seeks but can never truly possess in full?" Ikamfuna frowned. He thought long and hard, but no answer came to him. "Is it wealth?" he ventured. "No," Ezeanya replied. "Is it power?" "Not quite." "Then it must be wisdom." Ezeanya shook his head. "No, the answer is understanding. Everyone seeks it, but no one can fully understand everything, not even you, wise one." The crowd fell silent. For the first time in years, Ikamfuna admitted he didn't have all the answers. He stood, bowed to Ezeanya, and said, "You have taught me an invaluable lesson today. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions." Ezeanya smiled. True wisdom lies in humility, not in having all the answers. A wise man knows that learning never ends. The villagers cheered for Ezeanya's wisdom, and Ikamfuna, humbled but grateful, resumed his role as a guide, not as a man who knew everything, but as one who was always eager to learn. Moral of the story: true wisdom is not in knowing all the answers but in recognizing the endless opportunities to learn. Humility and the willingness to ask questions are the hallmarks of a truly wise person.